Pune for today's session under No Japan Event Day 2. As you all know, the purpose of this event is to make the students aware about various learning avenues and career opportunities in Japan. Also, to increase the awareness about industries, education and work culture in Japan. For the rigorous information, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering has organized this event. The upcoming sessions are about elementary steps for planning a career in Japan. Let's unfold the great experience of awaiting sessions. On this note, I would like to take few minutes to introduce and welcome our guest speaker, Ms. Amruta Musale. I request ma'am to occupy the dais. Ma'am, please. Amruta Musale is the owner of Sakura Japanese Language Center since 2007. Ma'am is also governing body member of the Japanese Language Teacher Association of Pune. Amruta ma'am worked with Jindal Group's Star Batteries as translator, Jayashree Polymer and Nemadi Engineers as interpreter. Ma'am is carrying 15 years of Japanese language teaching experience. I would like to request Dr. Jayashree Katti Madam to felicitate our guest. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to request Amruta ma'am to continue with the session.
Good morning, everyone. थोडंसं जरा पहिले मराठीतून सुरू करते. चालणार आहे सगळ्यांना? ऐकू नाही आलं मला. मराठीतून याच्यासाठी की जापनीजचं किंवा जपानचं आणि मराठीचं काहीतरी लागेबंधू म्हणतो आपण तसं आहे. मराठी लँग्वेज, जापनीज लँग्वेज, कल्चर हे बऱ्यापैकी सिमिलर आहे आणि मराठीतून बोलणं म्हणजे थोडीशी आपली जवळकी निर्माण झाल्यासारखं होईल. म्हणून तुम्हाला सगळ्यांच्या परमिशनने मराठी सुरू करते. अदरवाईज इंग्लिश आहेच आपलं. तुम्ही म्हणाल ती लँग्वेज मराठी और इंग्लिश चालणार आहे सगळ्यांना? विथ द परमिशन ऑफ टीचर्स ऑल्सो चालेल? ओके. थोडंसं जरा वाटते जवळ की मराठी बोलताना आणि आपल्यातलं काहीतरी वेगळं करणं आणि ते सुद्धा मराठी लँग्वेज सोबत घेऊन करणे थोडासा फरक पडतो. ह्याच्याने आजचं सेशन मी थोडं मराठीतून घेते. मध्ये मध्ये इंग्लिश आहेच, हिंदी आहेच, मराठी आहेच. कोणालाही काही मध्ये प्रॉब्लेम आला तर प्लीज हात वर करून मला सांगा की हे समजलं नाही किंवा इंग्लिश हिंदी मधून घ्या म्हणून. ओके. योकोसो मीन्स वेलकम. ऍक्च्युली काल तुमचं सेशन झालं त्याच्यात बऱ्यापैकी तुम्हाला वर्ड्स किंवा बऱ्यापैकी कळालं असेल. आजचं सेशन मी हे थोडं लँग्वेज आणि JLPT काय आहे, JLPT मे बी काल कळालं असेल किंवा आज मी एक्सप्लेन करते काय आहे. करियर एनहान्समेंट विथ जापनीज टीचिंग स्किल अँड जापनीज स्किल. पिक्चर वरून सगळ्यांना लक्षात येतच असेल काय कशाचं पिक्चर येईल हे. मला आपण इंटरॅक्शन करतोय मी फक्त तुम्हाला एक्सप्लेन नाही करणार, मला तुमच्याकडनं पण आन्सर्स पाहिजे. थोडं ब्रेकफास्ट केलाय ना सगळ्यांनी, थोडा आवाज मोठा आणि इंटरॅक्शन करूयात आपण, म्हणजे शेवटी क्वेश्चन अँड आन्सर्सला खूप वेळ नाही जाणार आपला. ओके. रायझिंग ऑफ द सन, जपानची ओळख. ओके. उगवत्या सूर्याचा देश. वर्ल्ड मध्ये जपानचं केवढा आहे जपान, आणि आज त्याची काय लेवल आहे. जपान कुठला फर्स्ट. आपण जरा जॅपनीज वंडर्स बघू फास्ट मध्ये. मला नावं सांगा पटापट. नाही आलं लक्षात. किंकाकुची, हे काल झालं ना सेशन, कालच्या सेशन्सला होता ना तुम्ही लोक, काल झालं ना हे सेशन, तर आज आहे नंतर, आज आहे. ओके. ग्रीन टी सेरेमनी सादो. आता आज तुम्ही ज्यावेळेस बघाल त्यावेळेस तुम्हाला हे लक्षात येईल. नुसतं ट्रेन नाही, शिनकानसेन, बुलेट ट्रेन. इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग्स बघूयात आपण. ऍक्च्युली हे इंटरेस्टिंग नाही म्हणता येणार. पंक्च्युअलिटी हे आहे म्हणून आज जपान खूप मोठ्या याच्यावर आहे. Over 90% of Japanese population is busy with a comic, magazine, mobile, handheld computers daily. Frogs are the symbol of good luck in Japan. Japanese people drink green tea with almost every meal. They are perfect in their work. They love their culture and heritage. Japanese people are trustworthy. Advanced Japanese technology and management system. थोडं आता सिमिलॅरिटीज कडे जाऊयात. म्हणजे मी मराठीतून का सुरू केलं हे लक्षात येईल. पहिले आपण बघूयात. हिना मात्सुरी, जपान मधला फेस्टिवल लाईक आवर गौरी पूजन. ओबोन लाईक आवर श्राद्ध पूजा. मराठी लँग्वेज मध्ये 12 खडी येते, जापनीज लँग्वेज मध्ये 5 खडी येते. लँग्वेज बद्दल घेऊयात आता. थोडंसं मी इथं इंटरॅक्शन म्हणण्यापेक्षा मग काही गोष्टी मी आता तुम्हाला डिटेलमध्ये एक्सप्लेन करते. जापनीज लँग्वेज मध्ये टोटल 3 स्क्रिप्ट्स आहेत. 3 स्क्रिप्ट्स इन जापनीज लँग्वेज. हिरागाना, काटाकाना अँड कांजी. कांजी इज बेसिकली फ्रॉम चायना, चायनीज लँग्वेज. Hiragana is 46 letters, katakana also 46 letters, like A, A, E, I, U, E, O. 12 khadi. Kanji means pictorial script. Phonetics is important for Japanese language. And polite and very respective language. आता आपण मेन मुद्द्यावर येऊयात. JLPT. JLPT is Japanese Language Proficiency Test offered by the Japan Foundation and Japan Educational Exchanges and Services, Education Ministry of Japan. Since 1964. Objective: the JLPT will be held worldwide to evaluate and certify proficiency in Japanese of non-native speakers. Organizes the Japan Foundation and the Japan Educational Exchanges and Services has jointly conducted the test. Outside Japan, the Japan Foundation administers the test in cooperation with local institutions. Advantages of JLPT. JLPT certificates offer various advantages ranging from recognition as academic credit and graduation certification at schools to preferential treatment at companies and acknowledgement of qualification in society. The JLPT has 5 levels: N1, N2, N3, N4 and N5. The easiest level is N5 and the most difficult level is N1. N4 and N5 measures the level of understanding of basic Japanese mainly learned in class. N1 and N2 measures the level of understanding of Japanese used in a broad range of senses in actual everyday life. N3 is the bridging level between N1, N2 and N4, N5. Linguistic competence required for the JLPT is expressed in terms of language activities such as reading, listening, language knowledge, like vocabulary and grammar is also required for successful execution of these activities. Listening, reading, speaking and writing is most important. Characteristics of JLPT. The JLPT places importance not only on knowledge of Japanese language, vocabulary and grammar, but also on the ability to use the knowledge in actual communication in order to perform various everyday tasks that require language. Not only language knowledge but also the ability to actually use it are necessary. Therefore, the JLPT measures comprehensive Japanese language communicative competence through three elements: language knowledge to measure and reading and listening to measure. Just go through. Knowledge of Japanese language, vocabulary and grammar, that is language knowledge. And ability to use the knowledge in actual communication, reading and listening. Three elements comprising JLPT. First is language knowledge, vocabulary, grammar, then reading, then listening. Due to the large scale of testing, answers will be machine scored. Not that the JLPT does not include sections to measure speaking and writing proficiency directly. It is the most important point. Select a suitable level from among 5 levels. The JLPT is offered in 5 levels. In order to measure Japanese language proficiency as truly as possible, test items are designed for each level. N4 and N5 measures understanding of basic Japanese language that is mainly learned in the classroom. N1 and N2 measures understanding of Japanese used in a broad range of actual everyday sense. More accurately measures Japanese language proficiency with scaled scores. Despite the test attempts to assure consistency, it is inevitable that the level of difficulty of the test will differ slightly from session to session. Using raw scores could result in different test scores for individual with the same ability depending on the difficulty of test. Instead of raw scores, the JLPT has adopted scaled scores. Scaled scores are based on the equalization method and allow measurement on the same scale regardless of time the test is taken. Scaled scores enable the JLPT to more accurately and fairly indicate Japanese language ability at the time of testing. Okay. So एक थोडक्यात JLPT काय आहे एक शॉर्ट मध्ये मी तुम्हाला इंट्रोडक्शन दिलं. काही क्वेश्चन्स असतील तुम्हाला तर आपण क्वेश्चन्स कडे जाऊया. Regarding language or regarding JLPT exams. JLPT एक्झाम ही प्रत्येक सेंटरला घेतली जात नाही. ऑल ओव्हर इंडियामध्ये 7 सेंटर्स आहेत. दिल्ली, पुणे, मुंबई, कलकत्ता, शांतिनिकेतन, चेन्नई, बेंगलोर. जर कोणाला काही क्वेरीज असतील तर आपण क्वेरीज कडे जाऊया. अदरवाईज एंड करूया. करायचं एंड सेशन. Yes, no problem. Okay, no problem. Thank you everyone.
on the need of learning Japanese language to build your career in Japan. Also, you have addressed the similarities between Indian and Japanese culture. Also, you have focused on what are the detailed processes there to learn the Japanese language and the certifications. Your years of experience in Japanese language teaching will be helpful to our participants. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would like to request Dr. K. Rajeshwari, HOD, Computer Engineering Department, to present token of love to our guests. Proceeding to the next session by Ms. Ashwini Shelander, I request ma'am to occupy the dais. Ashwini ma'am is a Japanese language professional. Currently, ma'am is associated with Symbiosis College of Commerce as a visiting faculty. Ma'am's interest is in learning and thinking more and more about Japanese management system for Kaizen. It is a pleasure to have you, ma'am, with us. I would like to request Dr. Swati Shinde, madam, Dean R&D, to felicitate our guest. Thank you, Swati ma'am. Ashwini ma'am, please continue with the session.
Yes, I hope everyone in the last row students also, they can hear me. Yes or no? I can't hear you. Be louder. Yes. Okay. If you are ready, then only I will start the session. That's why I asked you. Okay. Since yesterday you are getting familiar with Japan, Japanese culture and various things about Japanese opportunities in Japan. So I hope everyone here is now aware about these pictures. As you can see, what is the first one? First picture, can anyone tell me? Sumo wrestling. Yes, next one is? Yes, origami. I could see a few displays over here also. Then next is obviously Mount Fuji. And the last one is? Bonsai. Yes, correct. So these are integral part of Japanese culture. So that's why to represent Japan, instead of representing it in the form of Japanese flag or Japanese country location in the world map, I decided to go with these pictures. Now, since we are here to know about Japanese language, it is very much necessary to know how it looks. So it looks very fascinating, isn't it? So the first one talks about the kanji, which Amruta ma'am also told us that it is a pictorial script and which is originated in China, and another picture is how it looks in general. That there are, since you know now that there are 3 scripts, so it's a combination of 3 scripts. So this is how it looks. Okay. So when anyone decides to learn any foreign language, these are the reasons behind. The first one is that you want to make your career in that particular foreign language. Now, since we are talking about Japanese, we will also see what makes us to learn Japanese. But these are the few common points which are there, which are the reasons to learn any foreign language. So career is one of them. Then if you are already working in any organization, then knowing any foreign language can be the reason of promotion of your work. Okay. Then since some friend is knowing any foreign language, then that is also the reason. If you have any foreigner friend, then that is also a reason. Then normally now the students of your generation, they watch web series, they go through websites and they watch different movies. I hope the Korean web series are popular these days. Am I correct? Yes. Okay. And even Japanese web series are also popular, I know that. So that's where you feel that I must know Japanese, isn't it? So you are curious about the country, you are curious about the culture. So that's why you decide to learn any foreign language. So curiosity is another factor. Then somehow we always feel that I want to travel to that particular country. Then also you think about learning language of that country so that you can interact with the natives over there, or you can interact in advance before you visit to that particular country. Okay, so these are the few reasons. You can see there are other also. So these are the reasons why someone think initially to learn any Japanese language. Okay, then why particularly Japanese language as such? There are, in addition to the previous reasons, there are few more points which students normally think about, that you have a vast scope to enhance your career if you learn Japanese. So knowing Japanese language or having knowledge of Japanese language can make your career. So I am in the field of Japanese language services like interpretation, translation, etc. for last 27 years. Though basically I am a science graduate, I was not aware that I can make my career in Japanese language. So this is how you can also do. You can also think about making your career with Japanese language. Or if you don't want to concentrate only on language as your career path, you can also, if you learn Japanese language, then it will act as a supplementary qualification to your main expertise or to your domain. So this is, and recently I could see that there is a vast scope of employment in Japan. In fact, post-COVID, many Indians are thinking they are going there to do career in Japan, and for that, if you know the Japanese language, then it will be a great benefit for you. Okay, so if you learn any foreign language or say Japanese language, then what are the benefits or how it is applied? So suppose I know Japanese language, then where can I apply? Which are the professions where I can apply my knowledge of Japanese? That is also very, very important. So here are the few applications and few professions where you can apply your knowledge. Very common is interpretation and translation, or you can say it is a stepping stone to make your career in a particular language. Okay, so interpretation and translation, these are two different things, though they look very similar. Translation is mainly referred to the documentation translation, and interpretation is what we call commonly as dubashi, and it is on-site. So whenever, like if I am talking right now and if someone wants to translate it into a different language, target language, then simultaneously or after I say something, it is immediately getting translated. That is called as interpretation. and the skill set required for both these professions is totally different. Every translator cannot be a good interpreter, or a good interpreter cannot be a good translator. Why so? Because in translation, you can take some time to think about the sentences or the text in Japanese or whatever, English into Japanese or Japanese into English. You have some time and you can translate it after understanding it. You have some time. In interpretation, you don't have that time, because when the other person is saying, either you have to interpret simultaneously or you have to interpret it immediately after that person stops his talking. So you need to be ready with the vocabulary. So this is how it different. Different. Otherwise, many times when I also go as an interpreter to many industries, then they call me as a translator. So I very humbly say always, I am not a translator here, I am an interpreter. So this is how it differs. So if you want to make your career, then you be clear about what you want to pursue. That is the one thing. And mainly translation and interpretation services are required in all types of industries. So you can think about this option also. Later, the next point is that if you want to develop anything, if you are involved in website or any software development, then in that case also you can apply your knowledge. Then you can use this language as a technology tool in development. Then you can also use this to conduct or organize international seminars or conferences. I would like to give you one example as that recently in 2021, Japan organized Olympics, and the main Olympic team may need different support systems as far as the arrangements for different categories or different groups from different countries are concerned. Then they also need a support system. Then you can also think about having being a part of that support system, so that you can organize a few things for them. For example, if they are coming for the say such tournaments, any tournament, then in that case later on you can take them for the tour or sightseeing or something like that. So such type of application is also there, which is normally not commonly thought about, because the mainly people or the students, they are concentrating on interpretation, translation, and apart from that there is also a very major role of project coordinator, which is called as project coordinator. That if you are in a company, any organization, then if that company is having a project with Japan, then in that case you can be a coordinator. You can get data or the information. You are involved in the correspondence, etc. So that is also a key role as far as the project execution is concerned. So this is how you can apply your knowledge of Japanese. As you can see, apart from these common career options, you can say, or the professions, we can also think about some orbit options as far as this application of knowledge, Japanese knowledge is concerned. There are, if you have a domain knowledge, you are an expert in particular domain, then you can have the consultancy with Japanese company. You can be a consultant. These days, a very popular profession is placement agency. There are many placement agencies which are focused, and they are focusing only on Japan to get jobs in Japan, and they are getting very good response for that also. Then you could be a content writer or blogger. Because this content writing and blogger, anyways, these professions are that way very recent professions, and you can earn a good money out of that also. In 2004, I also started writing blogs in Japanese, and I could not continue it for a longer time, but I started it, and it was not a tool of income at that time. It was long back in 2004. So out of passion also you can write blogs, and you can develop yourself as a content writer if you have a good proficiency in Japanese language. Then you can also work in consulate of Japan or embassy of Japan. I know one of my senior she was the 3rd secretary to ambassador of Japan. So see, and she used to, and when I visited first time in Japan through scholarship, then I stayed at her home, and she explained us so many things, and she shared her experiences also. So see the exposure, the opportunities you get if you have a good command on Japanese language. And last but not the least is you can have your own business. Many of my friends, they have their own businesses in Japan. It could be IT industry, it could be a restaurant, it could be a hotel, it could be a tourism. Many of you might be knowing about Tokyo Bakery. So that fellow, he was in Japan for a few years, and then after coming back here, he started his own bakery, and all that knowledge he gained, it was in Japan. So see, when you gain anything, when you have that knowledge, particular knowledge about language, then you can, it is your call how you can implement that knowledge and when you can implement that knowledge. So these all options are available if you learn Japanese language. Okay, now coming back to the benefits of learning Japanese language or any foreign language, it is very much important for you because see, everyone cannot think about just opportunities or just scholarships after learning anything or gaining any kind of knowledge. So what benefits we get when we learn any foreign language is, first of all, our first language gets improved, our mother tongue or the communication language. Okay, so this is how it helps, and because till that time when you learn foreign language, then only you concentrate or you focus the linguistic part of that language. Are you getting me? So when I am talking or if I am teaching language, then in that case you are learning the grammar newly. You can find out, as Amruta madam also explained, that Marathi and Japanese are similar. Then you start identifying the similarities between Japanese grammar or maybe Marathi grammar, like that. So this is how your first language also gets improved. Another thing is, since you are focusing and concentrating on learning something new language, it also helps to enhance your other academic performances. And I have witnessed few students who had a drastic change in their career when they started learning Japanese language. So I mean, I can guarantee you that you will definitely experience this if you start learning Japanese language. Then it also helps to develop your self-confidence, because when I am speaking in any foreign language, it definitely helped me to speak in my mother language or mother tongue or own language also, and I also get to interact with so many other people, new people, foreigners. Then automatically it boosts individuals' confidence. Again, since we are confident, we really seriously start to think about why I am learning this language, and then you discover yourself. So this is how it helps. And obviously, the last one is the Alzheimer is stale. It is because when you learn any foreign language, then in that case you memorize so many new words, etc. And it helps you, it keeps your brain always active. And see, recently these type of disorder or diseases we can see around us, and to stay that, it is very much important to learn Japanese language or any foreign language. It will definitely help you. Okay, now coming to the personal experience. If I learn language, I know benefits, I know how can I adopt it to my profession. Then what are the personal benefits, or at personal level, what happens? The first thing is your career gets a very boosting effect if you learn any foreign language. In my case, I got a good opportunity to work with the royal family of Japan when they visited here in 2008. जपानचे तुम्हाला सम्राट माहिती असतील की जपानमध्ये अजूनही सम्राट आहेत. तर सम्राट, त्यांची पत्नी ती राणी, त्यांच्या त्या दोन मुली राजकन्या अशा सगळ्या आल्या होत्या 2008 मध्ये. मीर्स MIT तर्फे त्यांना विश्वशांती पुरस्कार देण्यात आला होता आणि आय वॉज फॉर्च्युनेट इन अ कंपनी दे. तेव्हाचं सगळं जे होतं ते स्पिरिच्युअल आणि विज्ञान अशा या सगळ्याचं कॉम्बिनेशन होतं. आणि when they called me for an interview, I went there assuming that MIT means it could be a technical thing only, some technical job only, interpretation. पण जेव्हा मला कळलं की ते अध्यात्माच्या पण रिलेटेड आहे, तर तेव्हा तिथल्या म्हणजे जपानच्या राणीला तिचा जो PA होता तेव्हा आमच्याबरोबर, त्यांना संजीवनी समाधी म्हणजे काय, त्याच्यानंतर पसायदानमध्ये ज्ञानेश्वरांनी काय सांगितलं, हे सगळं मी सांगू शकतो. सो हे माझ्यासाठी खूप मोठी गोष्ट होती. आपल्याला आपल्या भारतातले समजा पंतप्रधान मोदींना उद्या भेटायची वेळ आली तर आपण सुद्धा आपल्याला ग्रेट किंवा प्राऊड फील होतं. तसं एवढ्या वर्ष या प्रोफेशनमध्ये असल्यावर अशी सुद्धा जी कदाचित कल्पनातीत किंवा स्वप्नांच्या पलीकडची गोष्ट असते ती सुद्धा आपल्या बरोबर घडू शकते, आपल्याला तो अनुभव येऊ शकतो. त्यामुळे कधीही असा विचार करायचा नाही की काय. One more experience I would like to share with you, that I had opportunity to work with the Vedanta industries, which was there near Bhubaneswar, and I just had some inquiry about that work, and I went there, and while going from Bhubaneswar to that location, factory location, it was near Sambalpur, I came to know that time we were traveling in the Naxalite area. So see काय झालं असेल मला तेव्हा, because I was not at all aware. I was with Japanese person, so I could speak. The driver was also not knowing my language. Japanese was not knowing his language, and so see the combination of three of us. And if anything would have happened, so this type of experiences are also there. There are so many interesting experiences actually with me. It will not, time will not permit me to share all, but there are so many great experiences in my life, and that is only because of Japanese language knowledge. So you can see few more points here. You move ahead. I hope you know all these characters. Yes? Yes or no? First one is? Yes. Second? And third? Third one is? Have you watched Homeo? If you don't, please watch it. It is also very good movie, and it is also very popular. It is that way recent, you can say. And these are the series, Doraemon and Shinchan. These are series, but this is a movie. So please watch if you want to learn, or if you want to get associated with Japan and Japanese culture. So please watch it. Okay, so I will not take much time about introduction of Japanese language because it was already been explained to you in the previous session. So as all of you know that it's a combination of three scripts, hiragana, katakana and kanji. Kanji is kanji script is adopted from originally Chinese, and hiragana is a simplification of kanji. So there are 2000 standard kanjis, means pictures, you can say, in the simple chitralipi. In Marathi or Hindi we call it as a chitralipi. So every individual has its own meaning, and it is really very interesting to learn or study kanjis. When I was studying Japanese, I did this Japanese course along with my college study. I was pursuing my science education, and I still remember, and it is very, means it gives me really a pleasure to remember that when one professor is going out and another is coming, till that between 5 or 10 minutes, I used to practice kanji. Even though I was a science student, I used to practice kanjis, and last 2-3 pages of every notebook were full of kanjis. So it is that interesting. So kanji is really interesting. Obviously, if you start thinking like it is difficult, then it will be difficult. But if you try to find the interesting things or how you can remember those kanji, because as I said that hiragana and katakana, they include 46 characters and kanjis are 2000. So Japan government has standardized 2000 kanji. So if you want to read Japanese newspaper or any novel or any text in the Japanese, you should know minimum around, I can say, 1200 to 1500 kanjis. Okay? So, but still it is interesting, I can assure you that. Okay. Now, coming back to the scholarships, I personally got Japan Foundation Study Tour Award in 1992. So that time I visited Japan first time, and the JLPT, you know now, Japanese Language Proficiency Test, is also conducted by Japan Foundation, and they have very good scholarship programs or study tour programs or different programs for the Japanese language students as well as for the teachers. They also have good Japanese language teachers training programs. Other than that, Japan Foundation, unfortunately very few students, they know about the scholarships available by Japan government. It is called as Mongusho in Japanese. Mongusho scholarship is always also for Japanese language. So if you study Japanese language, if you reach to a certain level, then you can also appear for that examination, and you can get a scholarship, Japanese language scholarship of Mongusho, that is Japan government, and you can have a very good choices over there also. As far as the subjects are concerned, you have a variety or a good spectrum of subjects you can select through that, which are obviously related to Japanese language. Other than Japanese language also, there are almost in all domains, all subjects, they have a very, very good scholarships. Now, what trend I can see around here in India or in Pune, you can say specifically, after completing graduation, everybody is running to the US to do MS. Very, very few they think about having the post-graduation in Japan. So, if you have an opportunity, please think about this option also, because comparatively Japan is nearer to us. You can reach to Japan, say in one night travel time. If you start here from India 8 p.m., then you can reach Japan next day 8 p.m. So 8 a.m. So within, the traveling time is also, and as far as the visa and other technicalities are concerned, they are very much simple, especially in comparison with US. So in that, from that angle also, you can think about getting your post-graduation done in Japan. There are various universities. In 2018, around 17 or 18, a student from Sangli came to me, and she was a dentist, and she wanted to pursue her post-graduation or PhD rather in Japan in Tokushima University. And she had some time in between, and so say around 2 months or so, she learned, because she was a very brilliant or bright student rather, so she could grasp everything, and she could speak very well, and she could write very well within that almost 2 to 3 months span. But it is not advisable. Now she is in Tokushima, so last 4 or 5 years she is there in Tokushima, and she is very happy that she thought about such option other than US or any European university. So please do think about it. There are many exchange programs also from different universities. I think that there are many agencies like JCIC, Japan and India Cultural Center, something like that. JCIC is there, and there are other, even in JNU or Delhi University also, they have some exchange programs through which you can go to Japan for short term and then you can come back. You can also, if you are interested, then you can also learn ikebana, that is flower arrangement, which is a very famous art and again an integral part of Japanese culture. So you can learn that also. You can learn origami and you can go through the exchange programs which are there in different universities or different respective institutes in Japan. So all such, or the last option is that you go on your own. You can go to travel to Japan. So that is also, that is not a scholarship, but that is the option. You can think about visiting Japan, and Japan is really very beautiful country, and especially for girl students, I can say that it is very safe for the girls as far as the scenario in other countries are concerned. So please do think about visiting Japan also. And this is possible if you learn Japanese, if you grasp, if you reach to certain level, and there is a very good chance. I hope you know this picture also. Yes? What is this? Shinkansen. It is known for, if you know Shinkansen word, then you should know it is known for, yes? Huh? Speed, yes. So what I want to tell here, that if you learn Japanese, then your career path, you will rush like, or you will go like Shinkansen, that is with high speed. I am very much confident about it because I myself have experienced it, and I have seen my friends are making a great career, and it is really very different than the other career paths you are selecting otherwise. So definitely think about learning Japanese language. It will definitely give you a different dimension to your career. Thank you very much. So I conclude here. And if you want to learn, or if you want to know anything more about anything or everything related to Japan, please contact me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu.
This is inspiring and timely for sure. Thank you, ma'am. Today we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts on reason to learn foreign languages. Also, you address different career opportunities as Japanese translator, interpreter, consultant, content writer, and employee in Assembly of Japan. This will helpful to our participant for sure. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was great to hear from you. Now, I would like to request Dr. Sanjeevani Sonar Madam, HOD first year, to present token of love to our guests. Thank you, ma'am. Proceeding to the next session. The next session is by Miss Madhura Mandke. I request ma'am, please occupy the dais. Miss Madhura Mandke ma'am is the trainer and teacher for regular degree courses, intensive courses and preparatory courses for JLPT, Business Japanese courses and Spoken Japanese courses at Tilak Maharashtra Vidyapit, Indo-Japanese Association Pune, Savitribai Phule University Pune and Hiramaki Solutions. Till now, ma'am has enlightened more than thousands of students. It will be great experience to hear from you, ma'am. I would like to request Dr. Anjana Madam, HOD MCA, to felicitate our guest speaker. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Madhura madam to please continue with the session.
आवाज ऐकू येतोय? Am I audible? Minasan konnichiwa. म्हणजे काय? Konnichiwa means good day. Hello everyone, my name is Madhura Mandke and I welcome you all for this wonderful journey of Japanese language. I am in this field for last 16 to 17 years. Do I look small? But I made a lot of friends because of this Japanese language. So let me start my presentation. And today I am representing Maharashtra Vidyapit. But however, as in my introduction, ma'am has rightly pointed out that right now I am attached to 3 to 4 universities, whose presentations you are watching since last 2 days. So I am attached with Hiramaki Solutions also. Right now I am attached with SPPU, that is Pune University also. Maharashtra Vidyapit as a degree BA teacher and MA teacher also. So today I am representing Maharashtra Vidyapit. So, as all of you must know, we are learning Japanese language, land of the rising sun, and Japan is an island country. So, it has 47 prefectures, but there is a chain of small islands also, like more than 3,000 small islands are there. Then, world's oldest economy or company is in Japan, so Kango Gumi is. Then Japanese is the only language that is spoken in Japan. See, in India we have many languages and we are used to, listen, speak more than 2-3 languages. But in Japan, it is considered as monolingual country. So people are speaking only one language and that is our advantage. Because Indian people are more comfortable in English, Hindi, Marathi or your other mother tongue also. And plus Japanese, if you learn, then you are in very much demand. What is this? I hope now you know this. Origami, paper folding art of Japan. This is, girls, you should know this. Hello Kitty. So can you see mouth of Hello Kitty? Is there any mouth to Hello Kitty? I don't see. So now it's time for you to search why it is not there. Why there is no mouth to Hello Kitty. Then ma'am has just shown you this picture. Shinkansen, bullet train. Then Japan is famous for tears. Then Shinchwad. Last photo, I must not say anything about it. But we all know that Mr. Shinzo Abe and Prime Minister Modi have been sharing good friendship bond. Then Japan is not only just economically and technologically developed country, but it has a flavor of culture also. So let me introduce traditional as well as modern culture. Now you all have karaoke boxes in our country also. So in Japan, it is a favorite time pass activity and enjoyment activity, stress buster you can say, that people sing Japanese songs or any other songs, have some snacks in karaoke box and enjoy a good time with their colleagues and friends. Then traditional tea ceremony is known as sado. Then calligraphy. Japanese calligraphy is somewhat we call in India yoga to our mind. The same thing is, calligraphy to the Japanese mind. Then ikebana is an essential factor to improve aesthetic sense. Then next picture I need not tell you. Kasha's picture? Doraemon is ne? Then next Naruto. मी बोलायची गरजच नाही आता तुम्ही बोलायचंय. It's a quiz time. What is the name of this structure? Can anybody tell me? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? It's in English now, you can answer. Yes, it's pagoda. Then which of these belongs to Japan? By the way, what is first? China. What is second? Yes. Third? Korea. And fourth? Vietnam. Very good. That's right. Then which is a Japanese company out of these four? Yes, it's Sony. By the way, Samsung is? Hi. Now name of this character. Doremi means sister of Doraemon. But can you tell me why she has red ears and why Doraemon is blue? Why? Can anybody tell me by raising your hand? Hi. कोणी सांगू शकेल? का असतं डोरेमॉन निळ्या रंगाचा का असतो आणि डोरेमीचे कान लाल का आहेत? कोणाला नाही माहिती? Anybody? Any guesses? No, not sushi. The question is regarding Doremi. Why the ear is red? And why? Forget about the ears. Then, can you tell me which is the original color of Doraemon? Looking at the system. Yellow. But then why it is blue now? काय झालं होतं? डोरेमॉन एकदा घाबरला. त्याच्या आयुष्यात असा भयानक प्रसंग घडला. So he got frightened, and that's why in Japanese, when you get frightened or when you feel low at your energy, you turn blue. That's why Doraemon is blue. The name of this dish? Sushi. Yes, I hope you must have had in Pune also. These days we get in Pune also. But can you tell me the name of the dish in which fish is there but no rice is involved? Only sliced raw fish is there. Have you heard about it? Sliced raw fish, no rice is included. It is sashimi. Can you see the second option? It is sashimi. But the correct answer of this question is sushi. Now name of this. It is quite similar to our Maharashtrian khadawa. Our saints used to wear these kinds of slippers. आपले संत तुकाराम महाराज किंवा एकनाथ महाराज नेहमी खडावा घालायचे. So these are called as the pair of. Anybody? Geeta. So it is usually it is worn with traditional Japanese dress, that is kimono or yukata. So this is Geeta. What is this? So which is the answer? Welcome cat. So काय करते असं? Calling the customer. So this is like a good omen kept outside the shops. So to welcome the customer. Maneki neko. In Japanese it is called as Maneki neko, to welcome the business. Now there are various types of nekos or cats in Japan. So oops, I told you the answer. But now my next question. Now I told you the answer. What is the answer? Mount Fuji. Can you tell me one special characteristic of this Mount Fuji? I mean, you can say it is snow covered, na? But what is the characteristic of this mountain? Yes, very good. It is the volcanic mountain. वरनं सगळा बर्फ असतो, पण आतमध्ये अगदी लाव्हा असतो त्याच्या आतमध्ये आणि खूप तो काय उद्रेक त्याचा होण्याची शक्यता पण असते. पण सो फार फुजी इज व्हेरी काम अँड क्वाइट थँक्स टू द माउंट फुजी. Then where you will find this structure? The structure of it is the famous, I mean the photo is taken by me, it is the famous tourist spot of Japan where film stars get married. Japanese film star or TV stars also get married. But our question is, where you will find this structure? Any guess? It's in Shinto shrine. Shinto shrine. Shinto is a type of religion which is followed in Japan, and this particular structure is called as Torii. And the famous spot is Miyajima. It is a very famous tourist spot. By the way, what this object is called as? Yes. So shoehorn is a must thing. Kutsubera. Japanese people call it as kutsubera. So all of you must have completed your 12th, FE or AC. Then what next? Japanese language and much more. Then why we are learning Japanese language? First of all, additional value on your resume. But not just additional value. It gives you the bright future, like pursuing post-graduation, research scholarships, as well as working as a prefectural ambassador. Now, prefectural ambassador is something you should aim for it. And many people are unaware about this fact that they only think that Japanese people can only apply for such prefectural ambassador job. But let me tell you, from last 2-3 years, the students who have got Mobu from Tirak Maharashtra Vidyapit are doing the work of prefectural ambassador work. So they represent the prefecture, they promote that prefecture, and they often have got chance to meet the mayor of the city or sometimes prime minister also. So prefectural ambassador is a thing which you should consider as a new arena. Then most popular language is Japanese language because of its anime and other aspects. Then one and only communication language in Japan. I mean there are various dialects also. आपलं मराठी सुद्धा कोल्हापूरचं वेगळं असतं, मराठी पुण्यातलं वेगळं आहे, कोकणातलं मराठी वेगळं असतं. तसं जपानी सुद्धा जाऊ तसं 12 किलोमीटरच्या अंतरावर बदलतं, पण स्ट्रक्चर बदलत नाही किंवा लहेजाही तेवढा बदलत नाही. त्यामुळे सोपं जातं आपल्याला जपानमध्ये, आणि तुम्ही कुठल्याही भाषेत बोला जपानमध्ये, समोरच्या माणसाला ते कळणारच आहे. कारण जेव्हा तुम्ही जॅपनीज शिकता, whenever we teach you Japanese, we teach you Tokyo standardized Japanese language, which is understood and spoken throughout the Japan. So एक प्रमाण भाषा ज्याला म्हटली जाते ते आपण शिकतो. त्याच्यानंतर नेक्स्ट इज डेली कॉन्व्हर्सेशन मध्ये जपानमध्ये इंग्लिश येत नाही कोणाला असं नसतं बरं का, येतं सगळ्यांना. पण बोलणं कशात प्रिफर करतात तर जॅपनीजमध्ये प्रिफर करतात. इट इज क्वाईट नॅचरल. And when you study Japanese language, they expect you to speak. इथे Japanese शिकून तिथे English बोलून काहीच फायदा नाही. So spoken Japanese is extremely essential, and it gives, I mean, a different dimension to your brain, your voice tone, structure of your, throat. It trains you. Learning of any other foreign language improves your brain as well as your tonal quality also. Then why learning Japanese? Then minimum your basic engineering qualification plus Japanese is the perfect combination, and lot of students from TMV have been placed in Japan. They have went for Mombuka Gakusho scholarships and any other internship scholarship also. I'm coming to that point also. But the point is, mere studying engineering will not give you that much advantage and exposure that learning a foreign language will add to you. So, do I have to work in Japan only if I learn Japanese? No, certainly not. Now, there are my students who are basically pursuing MS in Japan right now. One student has just left for Nagoya University to pursue MS. Then you can work there. You can go to any other country through that company. Like you can travel Europe, US also. So those who have a dream like visiting US, that can also be fulfilled via Japan. So it's not only that you will work in Japan only. Then it gives more opportunities for further study. So let me tell you very frankly, Japan is quite cheaper than US MS. That is the first thing. Most of the students have like a different imagination that if I go to Japan, then I will have to do a lot of hard work, and how can I live in Japan? I am totally vegetarian. So don't worry, Pani Puri is also available in Japan, Haldiram is also available in Japan, and vegan restaurants are also available in Japan as compared to the time when I went. So there is no problem of food as such in Japan right now. So let me tell you very frankly that if you are thinking that फक्त मासेच खातात का, झुरळं खातात का, असं काही नाहीये. सगळं जेवण जेवतात. आपल्यासारखी थाळी असते आणि जपानचं मिसो सूप आणि राईस म्हणजे आपल्याकडचा वरण भात आहे. त्या वरण भातावर तुम्ही अनेक वर्ष जगू शकता. साधी शिंक पण येत नाही, हे मी तितक्याच फर्मली सांगू शकते. कारण आय एम अ फुल परफेक्ट व्हेजिटेरियन पर्सन. मी जपानमध्ये जर राहू शकते तर कोणीही जपानमध्ये राहू शकतो असं मला वाटतं. देन learning a language is very interesting fact. मी तुमच्याशी लँग्वेज बद्दल नाही बोलणार कारण मी एकदा बोलायला बसलो तर मग मी थांबणार नाही. बट दोज हू लव्ह लँग्वेज, देन व्हेरियस अरेनाज आर ओपन फॉर यू थ्रू जॉब्स, थ्रू रिसर्च, as well as to work as a coordinator, to work as an ambassador, or to work as a prefectural ambassador. So bridging job opportunities are also there. Then it makes your vocabulary rich. Now you must be wondering why I'm using this. Now anime, the word anime is Japanese word, but we use it daily. Just like table. Table is called as maize in Marathi, but we use table. Similarly, Japanese people use lot of things which are very common. And let me tell you one important point. Do you know the word rickshaw? So rickshaw is a Japanese word. Rickshaw has a Chinese character script, Riki. Riki means power and Sha means kuruma or car. So people used to carry the passengers on their back. In Calcutta also you will find these type of rickshaws. And the same is there in Japan also near Asakusa temple, Tokyo. Still they have this fashion, they have maintained this fashion. So this is very important that some words are actually accepted. So आपलं थोडं बर्डन कमी होतं ना, काय काय वर्ड्स ऑलरेडी ॲक्सेप्टेड आहेत. हाराकी ही शब्द ऐकला असेल सगळ्यांनी, सुनामी ऐकला असेल, टायफू ऐकला असेल. Now these words are totally accepted. Then learning Japanese will give you more exposure to Japanese culture and work culture, and it enables you to watch animes and dramas without subtitle. The more you learn Japanese. Then opportunities are bilingual developer, tester, bilingual project manager, bridge engineer, designer in animation and manufacturing, translator, interpreter, Japanese language teacher, and these days SAP, HANA or ERP people are very much in demand. Java people are always in demand. So, having an added advantage of having a B degree will expand the horizon. And let me tell you, the engineers are getting packages below, more than 25 lakhs starter, fresher, if you work hard towards your goal. So, sensei तुम्ही असं का सांगता डायरेक्ट फिगर का सांगितली हो सांगते कारण I have recommended that student and I have read his contract of that company. So yes, freshers have great opportunities in Japan to work. Then travel and tourism. If you want to, get involved in travel and tourism, then this is the perfect chance. If you do not like to sit in front of the computer and if you like to talk and guide, then this is also a good opportunity along with your technical knowledge. Then these are the available certifications. JLPT, there is a NAT test. Now, I would like to explain here that all these examinations you can apply through Maharashtra Vidyapit. NAT test is now happening in Pune as well as in Kharghar. The first NAT test is going to take place in November. So it will happen in Kharghar premises of Maharashtra Vidyapit. And as well as JLCT examination, which is recognized examination by 26 countries, is conducted also at Maharashtra Vidyapit, Mukundnagar premises, Pune. Then these are the levels. So JLPT N5 or NAT Q5 is the basic level, and level 1 is the highest level. आपल्यापेक्षा उलट आहे त्यांचं. Now what it gives you? Level 5 is the basic level which gives you ability to understand some basic Japanese, means you can introduce yourself. Level 4 gives you, level 5 plus 4 study will give you survival Japanese touch. That is, you can survive in Japan. तुम्ही मरणार नाही जपानला गेला तर एवढं नक्कीच बोलता येतं तुम्हाला तो अभ्यास केल्यानंतर. Level 3 gives you an added advantage to, everyday situations, how to make a complaint, how to go to city ward office of Japan and read the prescribed form. Then N2 gives you ability to understand natives Japanese. News you can understand, you can read newspaper as well. And N1 is the near native level. You can debate debate with Japanese person. So N5 is asking for your date in Japanese. N4 is going with that partner in the restaurant and having some good food in Japanese. N3 is watching drama or movie with your love partner. N2 will give you all the house related agreements that you will go under after marriage. So that much level will give you. And N1 is you can put your kid into Japanese school. So that much native you will be and you can gel with the Japanese society. Then why TMV? You can read the number of scholarships that it is a Vidyapit university. So it has full-time courses as well as part-time courses and scholarships like Mombu Kagaksho and Jasso. Internship scholarships are very much essential, which are for short duration and perfect blend for engineering students. Because you cannot stop your engineering studies and go for 1 year scholarship. So internship programs from Fujitsu, Pasona, Nikkei, HR, then other nominated by METI, Japan, are also offered at TMV. Then campus interview, every year it takes place. Then career seminars, cultural events and visiting professors are arranged by the department. Then let me tell you a very important thing. TMV is the only university in Western India to successfully sustain a full-time BA program and MA program. Again, Japanese teachers, Japan Foundation's West Zone office is there in TMV. So Japan Foundation's West Zone advisor, every day we meet him, every day he interacts with Japanese language learners. So you'll get an added advantage to talk to such a higher authority on a daily basis. And that's where you will learn how to behave with a person with a higher authority in proper Japanese. So forget about Indian teachers. You will get an opportunity to meet a hardcore Japanese, that too of higher authority on daily basis. And of course, the advisor also guides us and helps us in various activities. Then why TMV? As I am a teacher of part-time courses also, full-time courses also, there is a typical system in which like you are used to in engineering also. Like you have your insights, submissions, vivas, then your main examination. The same system is there for all the, Japanese curriculum also. Periodic tests also we conduct after 2 chapters or 1 chapter. Then language is not just about listening. श्रवण भक्ती नाहीये, बोलल्याशिवाय लँग्वेज येणार नाही. त्यामुळे चारही स्किल्स डेव्हलप करण्यावर टीमवीचा भर असतो. आवर पेपर इज डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह ॲज वेल ॲज ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह अँड इट इज ऑल checked and verified by the West Zone Advisor of Japan Foundation. So we are under pressure like you. म्हणजे आम्ही तुम्हाला शिकवतो, तुम्हाला अभ्यास करायचं प्रेशर असतं, पण आम्ही ॲज अ टीचर सुद्धा आमच्यावर त्यांचा वॉच असतो. Then next is to create a professional to meet growing demand from the industry. We have organized various guest lecture series in which the industry people guide about the requirement and the current problem about the industry so that you can come up with innovative solutions. Then speech contest is there, which is a very happening event. Then singing competition is also there where you sing Japanese songs. Then workshops related to kabuki, Japanese theatre, musical theatre, Japanese theatre, bunraku, that is Japanese puppet show. These activities are also there. Then Japanese calligraphy is taught by a native Japanese coming to TMV premises and you all study with him. So, and paper folding art, it is needless to mention. Then my focus will be on graduate courses offered at TMV. We have part-time courses, or we call it as graduate courses, which you can do along with your engineering studies. Certificate course in Japanese plus JLPT N5 preparation. It is included in it. So once you prepare for certification course, you are prepared for JLPT N5 examination, which is conducted by Japan Foundation and which has a high market value. Then diploma course, little bit difficult than N5 or a certificate course. Just I told you the example of date, going to movie, getting married, having kid. The same level is there till special diploma. And in special diploma, focus is given to business Japanese because after special diploma, you are eligible for all the campus interviews. Whether you clear JLPT N2 or not, that is not the question. But great opportunities are there who clear up to N3. Then full-time degree programs are also offered at Maharashtra. I am a teacher of BA and MA for regular courses. Then what you will learn as a language, Japanese script, as everyone has spoken, then greetings, gesture and cultural sensitization is very important. Because in order to deal with that person, you should know the mind of that person. And through the workshops at TMV, where the native teacher comes and teaches you, it creates a great value. We also take part. Teachers also are required for, perpetual cultural sensitization in Pune. Because we cannot go to departmental store and start speaking in Japanese. We have to speak in Marathi only. So we come back to again our Maharashtrian accent. But if we are in constant touch with the Japanese person, our accent improves. Then how to talk with person of higher authority and lower authority, also we are able to understand in a most natural way, not just by watching videos on YouTube. Then grammar, vocabulary, I need not tell you, it is taught as per the standards. Then practical application of Japanese language and class activities through presentations, and these presentations are judged by Japanese judges. Then games to interactions, I need not tell you, it is a part of the teaching. Then inter-class activities are also there, like pictographs, competitions, kanji contest is there, and the winner of the kanji contest gets a trophy, certification as well as good prize. आणि जरा कॉलर ताठ असते कांजी कॉन्टेस्टमध्ये जो कोण पहिला येतो त्याची कॉलर ताठ असते सगळ्यांसमोर बिकॉज ही नोज अँड कॅन राईट मॅक्झिमम नंबर ऑफ कांजीज. देन सॉन्ग कॉम्पिटिशन इज ऑल्सो देयर. देन मीडियम ऑफ टीचिंग इज Japanese, English, Hindi, Marathi. Now, shall we start the lecture? Lecture सुरू करायचं का? चला करायचं आता, चला माझं लेक्चर सुरू झालंय, सुरू होणार आहे आता. तर सगळ्यांनी माझ्या मागनं रिपीट करायचं आहे. बिफोर द क्लास स्टार्ट्स यू हॅव टू से योरोशिकु ओनेगाईशिमास. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu meaning is please be nice, kind, cooperative with me here onward. So it is a request by teacher to student. So आम्हाला ज्ञान द्या थोडक्यात. And teacher also says Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. That is its mutual connection. So one more time Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And when the class ends, sure संपला आपला क्लास, मी काय बडबड नाही करत. आरिगातो गोझायमाशिता. आरिगातो गोझायमाशिता म्हणलं बरं का, मास नाही, कारण कधी एकदा समजण बास बाई आता बडबड तुझी, जातो मी घरी, माशिता टाटा. ओके, आरिगातो गोझायमाशिता म्हणजे थँक्यू व्हेरी मच फॉर टुडेज सेशन. नाउ दिस इज द वेबसाइट ऑफ टिळक महाराष्ट्र विद्यापीठ Japanese department. These are the contact details. Mobile number is also given. Questions? कोणाला काही questions आहेत?はい、ありがとうございます。
Any questions from audience? Okay, one question is here. Please stand up so that volunteer can come to you.
Hello. Good morning, Madhura ma'am. I was a young student. So my question is, I recently got placed in Capgemini, and Capgemini also has a company in Japan too. So what I can do in order to get my job shifted to Japan? I have worked as a freelance in many companies in Japan too, as a video editor. But I want to work as and have a legitimate job in Japan. So what should I do in order to get a job in Japan?
You don't want to work in Japan?
I want to work in Japan.
Work in Japan. Okay.
Yes, so I'm asking.
Yes. So first, your language proficiency level, if it is N4, then please, increase up to N3, first of all. Then second is technical qualification, whatever you have, like you must have a specific domain which is decided. Now, is there any additional certification or something which is there in Japan and that you have not completed? If you can complete that and plus N3, then probably at the time of appraisal or maybe your year-end evaluation process, they will take your interview. And there, if you can speak in better Japanese, like N3 will enable you to master that skill. And interview guidance will also be provided to you. So if you master Japanese and those interview tags, then it's good. I mean, nobody asks you your N3 marks, first of all, and nobody asks you your certification marks also. Marks are not at all important. Cracking the technical round, and that is also they can understand. But tracking the HR round of Japanese company is a very important task. HR round कधी कधी 1 तासाचा चालतो आणि टेक्निकल राउंड 20 मिनिटात चालतो. I hope I have answered your query. Okay, thank you.
Any other question? Thank you, ma'am. Today we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts on the overview of Japanese culture and tradition. The quiz session which you conducted, that was really very interesting. As the attendees are entering a new growth path in their career, I believe they can benefit from your guidelines. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would like to request Dr. Swati Shinde Madam, Dean RNI, to present token of love to our guest. Thank you, ma'am. On this note, I would like to conclude session 7B. After this, 10 minutes break will be there. I request participants to kindly assemble here in the hall sharp on time. The next sessions will start at 11:45. I request participants to wait here for a minute. You may leave the hall after dignitaries.
स्टॉप केलं का इथे इथनं स्टॉप कर